Well, it's this is a reoccurring theme I think here for this channel. I am yet again at a um, creekside campsite. I got my waters down there in the stream, creek, whatever, getting cold because it is cold. It's actually pretty deep right there. I went for a quick dip for about 10 seconds as it was cold as hell. But yeah, so still got same setup. Gonna do some of those camp meals again tonight. Leftover from last time. Or actually, I was gonna go about a month or so. I was gonna go camp, and I don't know what it was. It was what was it? It was what the hell goes that? Whole Foods. I ordered a pan to cook in, and I didn't realize that they close the Amazon pickup at like 7. And I got there at 7:03. I got to the counter, and as I said I was here to pick up package, and they're like, "We're closed." I'm like, "What?" And they said, "We close at 7." And I go, "It's 7:03." They go, "Yeah, they're, freaking Amazon. They just, what do you call it? They watch them, basically. So if you let a thing go out after the time, then I think people get in trouble." So I was pissed. So anyway, I was mad about that. So I ended up, I was so mad, and I was like, I wanted to go to this campground because it was close to, I was getting tires the next day. So I'll show you in a minute. I finally got tires, and I was going to go off-road trails in West Virginia. So I was pissed, and it was like getting late, and it was summer, and I was thinking, man, this campground is probably gonna be full. I'm not gonna. There's no guarantee that I get a spot. So I was just pissed. And then my parents call, and I'm like talking to them, and that just pissed me off some more. So anyway, I ended up staying in a hotel, and just because I was tired, because I worked all day. So yeah, so then so that was the deal with that shit, because the next day I go to Target and get a pot because I was camping that night. I was going to camp that night in a spot that I had picked. So so that's all, or that spot over there from the last time. Man, I think I'm getting my days mixed up or something. But yeah, what the heck? Yeah, maybe I didn't have. Maybe that's a different time that I went to West Virginia. Yeah, that was a different time. Yeah, that was a different time in West Virginia. Anyway, but I got tires finally. Goodyear Wrangler. what do you call it? Ultra Terrain from Discount Tire. So Maryland, just these big shops, the name brand shops, they won't put a bigger tire on your truck, because stock is a 245/75 is the stock size, and these are 265/75, right? Yeah, 265/75/16, so an inch taller, so it gives me an extra half inch of ground clearance off of the lowest point, which is, I believe, is the rear diff. And that that's like 9.4 stock, so now it's probably, we're close to like 10 inches. You really only gain a half inch. So I don't know if I'm gonna go. I don't know if I'm gonna go up in size again, and maybe go to like. I was thinking of maybe going to like a 17-inch wheel, because they got some light ones out there. 17-inch wheel, and then go, I think, this 265 or maybe a 255. And because really the rubbing is in the front, so like I don't have any rubbing. This is the biggest tire size you can fit on the truck without having to trim any of the plastic stuff in here. Or I think back here there's a cab. The cab mount is back in there, and people have cut it and relocate it or some shit. I don't know. I don't understand. But they got to do some major things, and that's the thing with the bigger tires. You start losing your gas mileage. This is actually still doing pretty good with the one size up, because I did remove the air dam in the front of it, and that's supposed to give you, that's supposed to redirect the air down, so better mileage. I'm not wearing shoes, and there's gravel over here, and I don't know. So there's, let's see, around now. So, of course, the sun is screwing things up. But you see there, that's silver. That's my skid plate I just put in yesterday. But right in the front, there's an air dam that's supposed to go there. Put that skid plate in because in 2 weeks, I'm going up to Pennsylvania to go to this off-road park with people from Tacoma World. There's a forum all about Tacomas, and I think the same people that own the 4Runner one too. So going up with, well, I think there might be, I know, so there's this other group from Instagram that I follow. They're going up there same weekend. So there's that group, and I think it's like a Facebook thing too. And then there's the Tacoma takeover from the Tacoma World. So there's going to be a lot of Tacomas. So I know some of the people from that Facebook group, because a few of them I met on that trail from last year, and then I met some more at some other things around DC. So um, that's gonna be fun. So I got that skid plate just for protection. I mean, I'm not going on anything crazy. I'm just gonna stick to the green trails and just just stick with those and have some fun. And Saturday they're roasting or smoking a pig. It's gonna be crazy. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. And then I'm taking a 3 day weekend because I guess supposedly I wasn't supposed to work on Labor Day, and I ended up working. So the boss was like, "Why are you here?" And I was like, "It's Monday," and they had I don't know, there was something about that. Oh, it was because they had double double tea times or something. I guess I don't know, but anyway, um, so I got an extra day. Uh, so a 3 day weekend coming up in 2 weeks, and then so some more work related shit. We had been talking, my boss and I, and uh, talking about next steps and whatnot for me. And um, I was, I was telling him all the right things, saying, yeah, I plan on, I think I'm gonna do another, be here next year, but I want to come back as an assistant, and because I'm an assistant in training right now, and I've just finished school like 2 weeks ago. So he, we were just talking, and he's like, yeah, we're just gonna talk to the the bigger boss to, see what I'm gonna get paid, and then then the thing is he's setting me up. They're setting me up for not. They're not gonna pay me what the assistants get paid. It's either I think they're pretty much telling me, but not saying it, but then saying, we love having you here during the season. I think they're trying to say, you have to be here the whole year, because then we're not going to invest like certain things like off-season stuff that they do, which I understand, but you can still show me things because the last 2 years, like last year, I mean, I was only gone during the winter time. I was only gone maybe 6 weeks tops, I think, because I took like 10 days or so in December, and then I was only gone like 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. So I might have been only gone like a total of 5 weeks last winter. So if you want to have me do things, well, we can set it up to where, hey, get this done by this day, and then then you can do whatever you need to do. So, I mean, I don't know, but there's a lot of things that go on there that I don't really want to discuss on here, um, but then an old assistant, he comes by like a few days after my boss and I talked, and then I was just telling him all the stuff, and because he left, and it's all the same, and he left, um, and he's been working in Alabama at a place for like 2 years now. So he calls me a week later. Well, actually, I guess no, really, my boss and I talked a few days after he was there, like that following week, like that Monday or Tuesday or something like that. So then he calls me like a week later and he says, "Hey, I was telling my boss about you." And I'm like, "What?" And so there's that job down there possibly where I can go down south, um, and but there's no housing, but it's cheaper down there to live. Like you could get like probably uh, a 1 bedroom for like $800. He said like you can do good. Like you can get that, and um, I mean he said it's in a decent area. It won't be big. It won't be, So that's not too bad, and it's a possibility of doing that. And it'll be seasonal. But I'd be making the same as what I'm making now, which would almost be kind of more because the taxes aren't as much as they are in Alabama than Maryland. So yeah, I don't know. Um, and so I was talking to a mechanic friend of mine, and he I was telling him about that, and then he told me you got to call this other guy that left, and he's working out in Utah. So um, I sent him a text. I said, "Hey, can we talk this weekend?" He's like, "Hey, we can talk tonight or tomorrow, whatever." So I'm flying out somewhere. He didn't say where he was going. But anyway, I ended up talking to him about, where he works, and that's in Utah. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm looking to leave. I gotta go somewhere else, like that's better, where I'm gonna learn. Like I've learned things in school, and like some of the stuff we do, we don't we don't do at my current job. And then and we just I don't really want to get into it, but anyway, so we talked for like an hour and a half. He really likes it out in Utah. So, and I was talking, we talked about like what rent is like because there's no housing there, and rent is about what it would be if you lived around DC. So, but I think they are gonna pay me. I think they're gonna pay me about what my current job is, where my current job is. I think they're gonna pay me close to what um, close to what they were gonna pay. I mean, I don't even know what they were gonna pay, but I just think it's better for me to leave. Um, so uh, and I think I'm gonna have to work year round because they do work year round. Like I've looked at some jobs like in in the mountains. Like I've been looking at jobs in the mountains because I was been thinking about I haven't lived in the mountains at all. I've always lived um, kind of on the coast for the most part. I mean, Maryland's state. I mean, it has a coast, but mostly been I've lived in Connecticut, uh, Maryland, Florida, California. So never really lived in the mountains, and even though I don't really like the cold, but I don't know. I think maybe I can work something out where uh, maybe I get like a month off or something, so I can go down to San Diego for uh, a month in the wintertime, maybe get a, maybe work something out. I mean, if I don't get paid, I mean, I'm not gonna get paid. I'll just, just don't give me a paycheck or something. Figure that out. Figure out a way we can do that. If it was going to be salary or if it's going to be hourly, I don't know. Um, and then maybe, if I can get my stuff together where I can save money, because I'm not paying any rent right now, and I'm not able to save money. But if I get this raise, like, I'll start, being able to save money, and I can get this camper for my truck. Like, I, I got to get this camper, and then I also been thinking about getting a flatbed and putting the camper on the flatbed. But I don't know if I'm going to do that. I mean, I could, um, but I don't know if that's something I want to do. But yeah, so I mean, this campsite is free dispersed camping, and it's got a table, fire ring. Um, it's in the Monongahela National Forest. I'm probably saying that completely wrong, but it's in West Virginia, kind of close to Virginia and whatnot. So like, this is the Appalachian Mountains. So the next ridge over, so there's a valley, and then there's another ridge, mountain or range, I guess we call it, another range. Um, I'm gonna go there tomorrow and hit this one trail that's really easy. Um, I think like part of it is like paved, but the rest is just, I think it's gravel. So, but it's really close to um, the trail I did a year ago, completely stock. So um, I'm gonna go do that tomorrow at some point, depending on what time I leave here. I'll probably wake up, and then I'm gonna just, instead of going out the way I came, I kind of found a loop I can do here. This road that I'm on now, I just follow it down, take one more road, and it follow. I think, because my map should be good, but I think the creek here feeds into this other creek, or maybe they're calling it a river down here. Like, there's a Greenbrier River that's, I think, that way a little bit. So there's another road that follows that. So, um, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, I'm looking to get a different job. I mean, I might do Florida. I don't know. I mean, I was even thinking, because I was, I was starting to lose like that passion. But some of it, I think, is just where I am. Just where I am. Um, and even because there's 2 golf courses there, and my buddy, he's the superintendent on the other course, and he was like, "What if you came over to this to this course?" And I go, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can do that, because it'd be, yeah, I wouldn't have to deal with my current boss, but uh, I think this place is just beating me a little bit. Just, I mean, they've been good to me. They have, but just how, you know things are done, I just can't do it anymore. I just can't. I mean, I started there in 2020, and that was uh, and I was staying in my van in the parking lot there. And then July came, and the humidity, and I was like, oh, I can't. I didn't sleep at all, like 2 nights in a row, and it was just brutal because it was just so hot and humid, and there's no let up. And I said, is there a spot I can stay inside somewhere just through, the summer, whatever. But ended up getting, yeah, you can stay here. Okay, great. So I mean, that was really good, and I think not this year's vacation, but the year before, I went on vacation, and they paid me, even though I didn't have any vacation time. They just put hours in for me. So that was great. I was not expecting that. Like, they've done some good things, but it's time for me to go, because they're not gonna change. I mean, they're just not. So anyway, enough of that stuff. Give you one last little look here of the site. Brook, creek, stream, creek, whatever. A little bit, the road, the service road is right there, so it's pretty quiet. I think a car or two drove by, but I could be wrong. It could have been, but I don't know. I don't think a car has driven by, because I thought I heard it, and I look up and there's nothing there, nothing driving by. But it could have been. I was watching my last video, and it could have been that one. So anyway, this has been long enough. Of course, unedited, free flowing, out straight from the mind. So I'm gonna cook up my little mountain meal. I think it's what's it called here? Some sort of chicken something. Chicken, oh no, that's the beef jerky. Yeah, some beef jerky. Biscuits and gravy. Home style chicken noodle casserole. It's 2 servings. Well, guess what? It's gonna be eaten all by me. So yeah, and I'm doing carnivore diet. So this is way past that. So anyway, yeah. Next time I go camping, I'm bringing my I'm gonna bring my fridge out, and I'll have the proper meat going, because I just been eating meat, eggs, bacon, pretty steady. I mean, I've gone off the wagon, so to speak, because that's my addiction, is carbs. I just love carbs, and I'll grab a scoop of rice. But like Thursday, we had, what did we have? Quesadillas for lunch, and there was rice and some sort of bean. I grabbed that rice. I've put 2 big scoops on my plate, because I was really, because I'm not eating breakfast. I'm just having basically 3 cups of coffee, and and I'm having just like the meat for lunch that they give us, and then I've been having pork rinds at lunch because there's no carbs in that. So I actually have a bag of pork rinds in the truck. So yeah, that's been going pretty good. I feel like I've lost some weight. It feels like, so I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, that's enough for now. We'll see you later.